Hello everybody and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is a Sunday and we're going to start on this page today. We're going to use the Faber-Castell polychromos and we are going to color the scratchy sweater. This is from Little Folk by Christine Caron. I've taken the cover off so that I don't muck it up, but it is from this book here. And this is her artist edition. So the paper is a little different. It's quite smooth paper. I did give a try with the polychromos on this flower here. So I think it's going to work just fine. So we can give it a shot at least. Thank you, Marcy. I appreciate that. Yeah, yesterday was a little better. This morning I got a hold of a bunch of family and sent out the information. It's just hard when you lose a family member. And hello everybody out there in Lurker land. I appreciate you all being there. I'm going to zoom you on in and we're going to work on her face. Wrong way, this way. And we're going to start here on her neck. And we're going to use, I came to the firm realization this morning while I was talking to my mom that my dad is running out of family. We've lost a lot of people on my dad's side of the family this past couple of months here. So now I'm using the Pompeian red because this is a scratchy sweater. I want her to have little areas of irritation on her skin, especially on her neck and on the side of her face where it's rubbing up against it. So that's why we're using that Pompeian red instead of just the cinnamon. Because we want to show that irritation. And then we're going to come in with the cinnamon. And then the light flesh. Is going to be our blender. Like so. Now, the one thing I have noticed about these artist grade books is sometimes the grayscale will get lifted with the pencil. So if I start seeing that, I'm going to take an eraser to it and erase some of the grayscale. All right, now we're going to move on up into her face area with the cinnamon. I think I want a little bit of red in there too, so we're going to use that Pompeian red in her cheek. Same with over here. and the cinnamon. And I think the hardest part is informing family. They're still not sure if they're going to do a memorial service for him or not. Good afternoon, Alex. And bring more of that irritation, especially where it's coming in contact with that sweater. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Had a little bit of an emotional call when I talked to my mom this morning, but definitely does remind you of the immortality of it all. You know, my cousin was one of those people I thought would outlive me. So I'm using the cinnamon on all the shadow areas. The one thing that I love about Christine's work is she puts the shadow areas in for you in a very light way, and she draws them in. She doesn't just color and turn it into a grayscale. She draws the grayscale in, which is fantastic. It makes it flow so much nicer when you're coloring it. Hiya, Blue. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Using that Pompeian red. Going back to the cinnamon. But that big old C word is one that when you get it, you freak out for good reason, because not very many people survive it, and when it's not found soon enough, nobody survives it. So, and it does more than just take your loved ones, it just damages everybody's life in between too. It can be. It can be. It's finding the right areas to get those blends in. Um, can be daunting. When I am coloring something that doesn't have the grayscale on it, I do like to do odd colored skin because it's a lot easier to to imagine where those colors can change. Building skin tone colors can be really, really irritatingly daunting. But like I said, the one great thing about Christine's work is that she puts a lot of the areas in there for you. You don't have to do it. You don't have to imagine where that contour is. Good afternoon, Catherine. Hello, Dawn. Yeah, yep. That each case is extremely different. Sometimes it will take months and years, and sometimes it's a matter of moments, and it all depends on the person, the treatment, or if they're able to get treatment, or if it's found soon enough to do treatment. Now I'm going to come in with the medium skin tone. And I haven't seen Kathleen today. Hello, Yana. nice. All right, and then we're using the light flesh. I forgot to close my office door. So hopefully you don't hear my kiddo. He's doing this thing in his room. He's talking louder than normal. Okay, Catherine, did the cat walk across your keyboard? Oh, nice. Yep, I have done that page. That was one of the ones that I was thinking of doing, but I have done it in a different book as well. So this one here really caught my eye. There was another one that we were going to look at as well. Ms. Pumpkin. Just blending this all together here. We voted on it yesterday and this one won. It is time for those scratchy sweaters anyway, so. Yeah, I was a little bit worried. It felt a little bit smoother than the other books, but after I pulled out the other books, it's pretty much the same. So I wasn't sure if the oil-based pencils would work well on it or not. And they seem to be. I'm going to have to try the Prismas on a page at some point and see how well the softer wax pencils will work. All right, then we're going to go back to the cinnamon here. And the medium flesh. Building those colors up here. Nice. I did a turkey dinner page of Teresa's last year. It turned out really good. Went out shopping yesterday and got everything for Thanksgiving dinner. If we've got leftovers for a week, I guess we have leftovers for a week. I bought a really small turkey, so hopefully we don't have leftovers for a week. But so right now I'm just doing half of her face at a time, just so I can keep that blend going and not lose where I'm at with it. Because I'll be coming back through with that medium or light color again and just blending all the mediums and lights together and darks. So I'm going to start up here. I gotta go through up here as well. Using the medium flesh. Oh, nice. Hi, Gia. Welcome, welcome. Nice. Yeah, we're closed for Thanksgiving, so I have Thanksgiving Day off. I was offered another job as well. I'm seriously considering it. If I take it, it pays less, but it's less hours and it's working from home, which would give me more time with you guys. But the pay's higher and not stressful. I won't have people yelling at me. It's a different type of job. Oh, nice, Alex. I just have the Thursday off. I might actually get more coloring done if I took this other job, though. And actually get my reviews done. Yeah, I get, and sometimes I understand the yelling. People get frustrated when things don't get done in a timely manner or don't get done in the way that they were informed it should get done. And it gets frustrating for people. Like the client that I had on Thursday, it destroyed his life. He lost his job. He was looking at, not being able to go to the Zoom court hearing that he had, all because, something wasn't done right. And that's frustrating, and I understand that. I just don't think you should take it out on me. But, I understand why he was upset, but yeah, yeah. I would have no commute. I'm waiting to see what my review ends up as. If my review comes out that I'm not doing well enough for their statistics or what they want, then maybe I'll consider it because I do everything I can to make sure that the claim is taken care of and done properly, and that's all I can do. And if that's not good enough for them, then au revoir. But this next month will be 1 year that I've been there, so. I'm going to go back over onto this side here. I've done this side of her face with the colors built up. Now I'm going to just build up the colors on this side a little more. Hello, Angela. Thank you. Customers. Customers yell at me all the time. Company folk know better. It's like I said to my boss when he was going over not making certain points in adherence and that sort of thing, and my timers for my calls and whatnot. I told him, I says, there's a difference between people that work here. Most of the people work here because they have to. I work here because I want to. I don't have to have this job. I want to have this job to help, but I don't have to. And so he knows very well you yell at me and I'm out. I'll walk. Hello, Mandy's. Hello, Noelle. Hello, Shannon. I know you're here. And Angela, I know I saw you come in and I said hello to you, but I couldn't remember if I had said hello properly. The fibers are going down quite nicely on this paper, Shannon. This paper doesn't seem to have as much of the grayscale move on it as the other page did that I did. The ice cream cone girl. The grayscale was moving quite a bit on that one. All right. And come back through again with the cinnamon. So the colors that I'm working with here, especially around the sweater area, I'm working with 4 different colors here. The Pompeian red, the cinnamon, the medium flesh, and then the light flesh. But for most of the shadow work and the low light areas, I'm using cinnamon and medium flesh. But down around the neckline and where those sweaters or sweater areas are going to come in contact with the flesh. I don't know about you, but if I wear a scratchy sweater, it makes my skin red and raw. So we're going to make sure that we get that red color in there. No Christmas decorations today. It's Sunday. You figure you'll have all those decorations up by the end of the week, Shan? I saw Bumble and um, Cornelius and the um, tooth elf and you know dentist elf and Rudolph. I saw all these robotic ones and I really wanted them, but they're huge. And I thought they would look really cool in my front yard, but then I thought, where am I going to put them afterwards? Nice, Shannon. Are you doing them in the same configuration that you did last year, or are you reconfiguring this year? Different. Awesome. Yes, I did. I found them. They were right in front of my face. I found them during Shannon's stream last night. I looked at them like a dozen times. Hurry back. I looked straight at them and still didn't see them. And then suddenly they were there. It's like I was just looking there. Yeah, I would wait until after there's no extra critters in the house. I always get worried about what extra critters will do to things. I don't decorate until after Thanksgiving. But my decorations have gone down quite a bit since working. So last year it was very minimal and it'll be minimal again this year. Yes. All right, now we're going to come in with the Pompeian red here. Hello, Mona. Mona. Apple cider donuts. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. hmm you can deliver those here. My husband will not mind. I want to put a little bit under here as well. Yeah, I found it when Shannon was looking at hers to tell me if they were snot paper on hers too. The paper is really slick, but it does seem to be doing well with the fibers, so now I'm using the medium flush. And again, I'm just making sure that rash from being touching that sweater is showing, that irritation is showing on her skin. So yes, I know that it looks like a rash. I want it to look like a rash. Now I'm using the light flesh. Like that. All right, now we're going to do her ears as well, before I forget that they're there. Awesome blue, that's fantastic, yes. So again, with a little bit of that irritation at the bottom of her ears with the Pompeian red. And then the cinnamon. Sounds interesting. I'm going to make pierogies for dinner. I'll work tomorrow, so. Nice. One giant hash brown. Sounds good. I like hash browns. Pierogies are good. It's just a basic pasta type of dough on the outside with potatoes and cheese and bacon on the inside. My mom used to make them with bacon, onions, potatoes, and cheese. But Bob can't eat onions, so I don't put it. I don't buy the ones with onions in them. I can't make them myself because I have just never been able to. I've tried a couple of times. My mom used to make them all the time. From scratch, every single time we had them. Every time I make them, they turn out into goop. So I just buy them. Buy them at the grocery store. The best ones I've found are the ones at Costco that have that same mouth feel that homemade ones have. All right, now for her lips. Yeah, I see people that buy those really, really big trucks, and it's like, no, she just, I don't think so. She's got Danish ancestry, so, um, but people that buy those trucks that quite literally they walk around with a step stool to get into, um, they fascinate me. I don't understand the necessity for that. I understand the necessity for a truck. I do not understand the necessity for a truck that is lifted so high with such big tires that you can't even get into the thing. Yeah, I understood it to be can't, but you know, the ones that buy a vehicle and then sit there and, pull it in, back it out, pull it in, back it out, pull it in, back it out, and then just end up going to a different spot because they can't park there. I've seen that a lot. I saw somebody with a Hummer, which is a large vehicle in itself, but they had it jacked. They had it jacked up. Literally, the person that got out of it was maybe 5 feet tall, and he had installed a little step ladder so that he could get in and out of it. It's like, why? All right, and this is Pink Matter Lake that I'm using on her lips because I forgot to tell you. And then we're going to use this one, which is Dark Flesh. And then we're going to use white. Now my white is very short, so I'm going to hand sharpen it. If I can find my sharpener. This one might be able to take it. Yeah. Maybe not. There we go. My white's getting a little short, so. And we're going to take the pink. Like so. And then we're going to take a deep red. Yeah, exactly. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Yeah, that would be bad. This is middle cadmium red. And we're going to go into the dark areas of her mouth. And then deep red. Then we're going to use a little bit of this one. So a little bit of cold gray too. And for some reason that's not working very well, so I'm going to just do this by hand. I don't know why, but my electric sharpener keeps on trying to eat my pencils, so we're just going to do it by hand and avoid that situation altogether. And then the white. Yeah, that's exactly what I said too, Shannon. I'm not sure what he's compensating for, but all right. So there's her mouth done. Now we're going to do her eyes. And again, we're going to start with the gray. And then the white. And take a little tiny bit of that deeper flesh tone here and here. All right. Now for her eye color, what do you guys think? Yeah. Should we go fantasy eyes or should we go green? That's what I was thinking too, was green. Either green or something fantasy. But I think green is perfect. But I need to sharpen this pencil. That's better. All right, so we're going to start off with grass green. The hair, I think, is going to be a brown. And I was thinking of doing the sweater either pink or purple. It's got little hearts on it, so I was thinking of doing it a pink and then doing the inlay on it down here in a red. I'm still trying to figure that out. But the hair is going to be a blondish. I might go red with the green eyes. And then we'll do the sweater a yellow with an orange in the yeah, that'll work. Color coding everything. Making sure everything's color matching. All right, now I'm going to grab this one. So this is permanent green. dust that off. Thank you, Alex. Not quite done yet. And then we're going to use this one. And then chrome oxide green. And then we're going to go back over it with the grass green. And then we're going to take the black. Thank you, Dawn. Like that. All right, have a good night, Dawn. All right, now I've got to turn it so I can go the right way. Hey Hello, Shannon's here. Is it ringing again, dear? I'm sorry, your ear is ringing. It's so frustrating. Every once in a while, I'll get this horrible ringing, especially if I've had a headset on too long. It's annoying. All right, so there's her face done. What do you guys think? What do you think on the hair color, red or blonde? Thank you, Gia. What do you guys think with the hair? Blonde? Maple brown? Yeah, that's a good one. A maple brown would be really nice, yeah. Especially with the green eyes. Blonde would probably wash out her face too much. Yeah, I think the maple brown is a good option. All right, let's see. Going to start with light yellow ochre. And this is just going to be our base color. So the light yellow ochre is giving it that yellow undertone, but once we get all the browns in there, you're going to see very little of that, but it will give us our highlight color. The browns that we're going to add, the yellow ochre gives it that little tiny bit of lighter tone to it. So if it's too dark, it's not going to be too dark, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yep. And I'll move down her braid as we go down, but just so I'm not having to move the book a whole lot, just going to do these top areas first. All right, now need this one. And Beaster and this one, brown ochre. What's this one? I think I'll go with the brown ochre instead of that one. And nope. That one. All right. Now we're going to start with our hair colors. I want that sharp point on it. Now I don't remember if I said what color this is. It's brown ochre. In case I did not. Awesome. It's always good when your team wins. He misses you. He misses you and he doesn't know how the house works. Right, exactly. You're appreciated. He needs you. All right. Hoy. Okay, taking a quick moment of breather here so I can drink a bit of coffee and sit back and look and see where I want other things. Peppermint mocha coffee. Yum. It has no sugar in it, but it still tastes like the flavor it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's from Starbucks. Um, because we have a pod coffee maker. We can get the pods. And that way I'm not drinking an entire pot of it because I would. Um, so instead I have it as a treat in 1 or 2 cups a day. Sometimes I have it after supper. Sometimes I feel like it before. Today's a really cloudy, cold day, so kind of wanted it before. So, and as you can see, hair is a matter of flick, 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 flick. Try to go in the same direction that the hair is moving. Yeah, peppermint tea is really good too. I love peppermint tea. But at Christmas time and in the winter, I used to have peppermint hot cocoa. But when I stopped being able to tolerate milk and sugar, that sort of disappeared. And Bob found this coffee and thought, well, we'll give it a try. Maybe it'll resemble it. And it really does. It gives me that peppermint hot cocoa flavor without killing me. So, all right, now this one. Moroccan mint is really good. Oh, you didn't divorce your hubby today? Well, that's always good. But are we having, any garden parties? Is what I'm going to call it. Do we need to have a garden party and list him as missing? Not yet? Okay. You just let me know when we need to have a garden party. Brian is a hoot. Yes, yes, that is the garden party, Blue. It's a little more dramatic than divorce, but it's a little satisfying sometimes too. Sometimes you don't even have to plant him, just plant names with his name. Just rename all your plants that your seeds that you're burying. Okay. It's getting there. Yep, exactly. All right. And this one is nougat. The last one was Beaster, and this one's nougat. I think I want to put a little bit red in there. Where is there it is. Put a little bit of walnut in there as well, just to put a tiny bit of that red brown in there. I think I like that better than yeah, I'm going to use the walnut instead of the nougat. Where'd you got rid of them all? And has it stopped snowing out there, or is it starting to snow more? Nobody tells me anything anymore, so. Ooh, that is a lot of snow. Come up here at the crown. All right, I think we got the majority of that covered. Now we're going to, no, I need to do up in here. Yeah, no, that's walnut brown. And then we're going to come back through. I want a little bit more of this color. So there we have her. And I'm going to zoom it out just a little bit so you can see the whole context of it. We'll continue her hair down into here, past the ribbons. I'll do her hand, but there she is so far. I know it's early, but still doing some laundry and stuff like that. And I really don't want to get into too much more. We will finish this next week. There's not a whole lot left to do on it, so we can do that next week. What do you guys think so far? And then we'll do her. I'll finish up the rest of the hair because it's going to be the same. We'll do her sweater. Well, I might just leave it. We might just do it next time. All right, guys, with that, I'd like to say thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. This is, of course, Scratchy Sweater in the Little Folk, a book by Christina Caron. The link is listed below the video. Same with the pencils are listed below the video. I am using the Faber-Castell Polychromos. All right, guys, with that, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.